we are going to do a segment that I call generic questions. Those of
Okay.
you that have seen my interviews before will know this is where I will ask Larson questions that he might be asked on social media, such as his favorite wrestling match, favorite pay-per-view, favorite wrestler's theme, favorite tag team, and favorite wrestler. Questions that, like I say, he might be asked on social media. So now you guys will have a place to be like, to go and watch this and be like, and not have to ask him again, basically. So what's your favorite match of all time?
All right. Off the top of my head, I'll say my favorite match of all time is the end of an era match between Triple H and Undertaker at Hell in the Cell. Some of the best in-ring storytelling I think I've ever seen. You have 4 years worth of story all culminating in that one match. You know, you had Shawn Michaels back-to-back matches with Undertaker at WrestleMania, and they had Triple H's match the prior year. It's just really, it's fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Amazing match. And I always get bummed out when I look at WWE's own list of top WrestleMania matches, and that's like in the 20s. I'm like, this is easy top 5. Easy.
I would agree. Favorite pay-per-view of all time? I think I know the answer based on going in more viewing. I think.
Historically, it's been Survivor Series 98. Because there's so much story going on that one show. And you got that swerve at the end with The Rock realigning with Vince to win the title. From a wrestling perspective, it's not the best show in terms of the in-ring action, but from the stories being told throughout, it's a ton of fun.
Favorite wrestler's theme of all time?
Oh wow, that one's tough. Wrestler's theme. You know, one that sticks out. There's a few that pop to mind, but one that always sticks out that whenever I hear it, and it's a bummer they just changed it recently, is Asuka's theme. Asuka's theme from NXT till maybe when she returned using the kind of like the Kana inspired makeup was amazing. Amazing. Fantastic theme.
Favorite tag team of all time?
If you'd asked me this 15 years ago, I probably would have said the Dudleys. Right now, I'll say the Lucha Brothers. Awesome team. Fantastic team. I really like the Lucha Brothers.
So we have a DeLorean, for example, and we can book the Dudleys versus the Lucha Bros. Who goes over and where are we booking it, Larson?
Let's do Dudleys versus Lucha Brothers. Let's do it. Let's do it the Tokyo Dome. For this is gonna be out there for the IWGP tag titles, for the WWE tag titles, for the AAA tag titles, and the AEW tag titles. If time and space is gonna let us do whatever you want, that's what I'll do. Lucha Brothers go over.
And then finally, as we look at wrapping this up, who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Again, historically, it was Shawn Michaels. You know, once I really got into his work in the mid '90s, late '90s, I was like, man, this guy is the best. He goes out there and puts his body on the line like very few of his contemporaries do, and puts on a hell of a match with anybody. I'll say this though, especially now that he's heel again, Bryan Danielson's starting to creep up. That heel promo he had on Dynamite this week was amazing. It made me miss the Planet's champion.
I have a question for you about that.
Sure.
Do you think amateur is going to be his new fickle?
It could be. He really likes the word impotent because that's one word he used a lot as Planet's champion. That's one he brought up during this promo. So he likes saying that. So hopefully we'll have him saying fickle again. But yes, amateur is pretty good if he's going to start insulting wrestlers. I just
love the way he was screaming amateur.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Bryan Danielson's great. One of the best in-ring workers ever. And he can do some really awesome character stuff too. So it's probably 1A and 1B at this point between Shawn Michaels and Bryan Danielson.
Okay, we did this for the tag team. So we're going to do it for the favorite wrestler again. We book Shawn Michaels versus Bryan Danielson. Where are we booking it and who goes over?
Let's book this. let's kind of go the opposite we did with the Lucha Brothers and Dudley's, and that we having this huge dome show for all the titles. Let's have this at the old ECW arena, because I believe Ring of Honor used to work there post ECW, and have a match using Ring of Honor pure rules, limited rope breaks, all that kind of stuff.
Ooh, this sounds
what you'd think would play right into Bryan Danielson's wheelhouse. In fact, it would. I'd have Bryan Danielson go over.
Again, I'm just sad we won't see that now.